So let me introduce you to one of the first cars ever built by Glossworx. Guys, when I say this, one of the first cars built by Glossworx, I'm going to show you our first car, and I'm going to show you one of the cars in that batch that started off the whole Glossworx Customs. So this car basically came in and we decided to do a complete transformation of this car, which means a full color change. Now, if I'm saying it's one of our first cars, it was a very brave act, and an act that actually paid out at the end. Today I'm going to take you through that details to show you what actually made Glossworx become Glossworx Customs. So gents, this is number one. This was the first car we ever did when it came to a Glossworx paint job. This is the car that I think broke the internet at one point, where everybody wanted to see this special spray job that took Glossworx, which people really don't know, a few attempts to get in this car to look like this. Brilliant red 325 IS, and this is kind of our lucky charm because this car is always here no matter what. I think the owner prefers to actually keep the car at Glossworx and not buy his own place. So I think this car is always going to be here, and I think it's always going to come here as soon as it needs to go to a show or anywhere else. But meet number one, guys. So hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Mohammed here, Glossworx Customs. Today I have this beautiful BMW M Coupe, which is known as the clown shoe, to show you guys. And this is one of the first cars that we actually did at Glossworx. So Atlantis Blue is the color choice. And this was, like I said, one of the first cars ever done at Glossworx. So at that point, we were really thinking where we wanted to go. And from all the videos you guys watched, you always looked at we being part of that whole OEM thing and trying to get the car as original as possible. But looking at one of the first cars and reminiscing and going back the other day, we actually started off doing custom cars. And when you look at this car, you can see it's as custom can be. It's got the big wheels, it's got the drop suspension, the Vari brake system, the M3 with the turbo on it, double exhaust pipes completely done on the car. So there's so many changes that this car went through, including interior. And this was that first generation of Glossworx where we decided to test our limits. We decided to customize something and bring it back to life. The car went onto a rotisserie. We got all the components of the car. We stripped it basically to bare shell. And at that point when we started off, this was one of the cars that was stripped down, and it was really, there was so much challenges that we had to go through, because on one end we had high-tech spray booths. We did everything correct in terms of getting all the right equipment to start off with, but we didn't have an upholsterer. We weren't doing in-house interior. We weren't doing motor builds at Glossworx, and there were so many things that we had to outsource at that time in order to get a car to look this well. And guess what, guys? It's been, I think, 3 years now, and we've only come to finalize certain things on this car now. So I'm going to take you guys through the journey with one of our first cars, and I'm going to show you all the challenges that we actually went through to bring this car to looking like a modern day monster. And the challenges, something which we faced day after day and up to this point, to getting ourselves to the standards we have right now. So you know where to start. Where do I actually start with this now? Because when we started building this car, we had a completely different mindset. Today, when I look at all the challenges I'm going to tell you about, it seems like nothing. It seems like, we do that in the day, and it seems like we fix it up no matter what it is. But back then, when we started off, small things, small problems, and everything that came along with that was major to us. To take a car, to strip it down to bare metal, to put it onto a rotisserie with just turning the car upside down, it was a mission, and it was something that we had to learn to do. I mean, imagine that. You're taking out everything to a bare shell. You're plugging it onto a rotisserie where you can rotate the car. And then you're thinking, how am I going to get this car back together? So the spray job seemed easy, but the stripping, the whole assembly part of thinking how to put it together seemed like a mystery at one point. Today at Glossworx Customs, that's something that we do on a daily basis and with our eyes closed. But at that point, looking at the car, getting it into the spray booth, thinking how we're going to mount the rotisserie, finally getting a car with the rotisserie into the spray booth, that seemed like something that was almost impossible if you ask me right now. So let's talk about a few factors here. The one was first time using a rotisserie, thinking the car is going to fall off all the time because it's bolted on a few bolts, turning that car upside down and always having it in the back of your mind, what if it falls down on the roof? All of those things going through my mind because that was the amateur level of thinking. That was where we were at one point. And 3 years later, we look at it and it becomes a story to tell you guys, and it becomes something to laugh about and something that actually made Glossworx what Glossworx is today. So Atlantis Blue, guys, welcome this car to the channel because this is the car that I would say taught Glossworx, taught the staff, and made us learn all the lessons that we truly understand today. We appreciate every part of that journey that's brought us to become world-class with standards that even when we're looking at the cars right now, we're proud to hold up that Glossworx brand and our logo. So guys, before I show you this car and before we take you around with all the B-rolls to show you the beauty on this car, being Glossworx, one of Glossworx's first cars, I just want to give a big shout out to the guys that helped me in the beginning to put this car together. So remember in the beginning, we always outsourced everything, and everything was obviously from the beginning point. You don't know how to do interior. We never had expertise onto that. We were trialing a department and we were learning to get that department together. So in the beginning, we tried to use a lot of professionals, and one of them that I'd like to shout out to is Abdul from Gazina Sound. He's helped us put this interior together on this car, and he's done an amazing job on it. Then we had Sev Speed that's done the turbo on this car, and he's also done an amazing job on the car and the whole engine setup. It's really doing the power, it's looking amazing. And then we also have Sanjay once again, who's doing all of our exhaust systems. That's Sanjay from SSR, always helping us, and every single car that we built has to have a SSR exhaust system on it. It's like almost the Bible for us. And then Shahid, obviously from Wheel Freaks, that's done the wheels. And at that point, Chris Kregel with the sound system that we installed in this car. So I want to give a big shout out to these guys because when we started off with Glossworx, these were the resources that we trusted in, that we used in order to help us build these cars. And this car really came out amazing using all those guys. But later at Glossworx, we did evolve. And today I'm proud to say that everything is done in-house. Glossworx strives to give quality, perfection, and to bringing every single appearance to life. And we now have our upholstery department, we have our painting department, we have our prepping department, and all of those things came together. And I think now we're setting a standard for ourselves, and we're really enjoying doing everything in-house, because the difference is by outsourcing, there are brilliant guys out there that really do the job well. But for us to try and explain that vision that we have, so we're translating, the client is coming to us, the client is giving us a certain vision that he has in order to bring his car to a certain way, and then we take that, we translate it to an outsource that, and everything gets lost somewhere in between. So when it's custom and when it's in-house and we have the idea and we're relating directly from the customer, it makes a massive difference for us, because if something is not right, we have that ability to change it in-house at the same time. And that has worked as a model at Glossworx. That has really taken us to the next level. That has made us push our boundaries to bring certain textures, certain appearances to life. So guys, now about the car, no longer about me and Glossworx. Let's go and see what this car actually looks like. Cosmetically, I think it's amazing. Atlantis Blue, what a beautiful color. So I fell in love with this color when I seen it on an X5, on a F15 X5. And I thought this color looks amazing, and the client agreed with the color. He wanted the green tones, and I thought this year it doesn't just give a green tone, it also has a new it has that modern look to it, and it also will suit the shape of a car, especially if the car is going to be beastie. It's going to have the big wheels, it's going to have the whole racing braking system on it, and it's going to be souped up with a special motor. I thought all of that will come together with this color. You guys comment and tell me what you think about the color and the look. I think this look is very different from every other look that we've ever built, because this mag wheel itself. So by the way, it's a work mag wheel, and we've gotten it, like I said, from Shade. But I think the fitment is so amazing on this car, because the back of this car is that butch look, and this wheels, the way they stand from the back, and I don't know if you guys can get that from a camera angle, but I think those tires in the bottom, those Mitchis sitting on the ground, just screams out. It just gives you that indication that this car is loaded with power, and boy, oh boy, is this car loaded with power. So there's two perspectives here. From all the people I've spoken to before, when it comes to this car, there's either you're going to like this car or you don't like the car. Some say they like the front and some say they like the back, but there's always two opinions. It's either there or not there. I think it looks pretty amazing. I like the front, the whole roadster front, and I also like the back because it has that butch back. But we're no longer talking about the clown shoe here. We're talking about a customized clown shoe. And when you look at this car from where I'm looking at it right now, it looks good. It looks sporty, it looks racy, and it looks something so different to what BMW has ever done in any car. We were just looking at it now from the back and we were saying, you know what, when you look at the 1 Series, it actually has that back. There's still some of BMW spelled in the back of this car. But the front, we've never seen them try this again. This roadster front, this long front sitting with the inline straight 6 there, and this one with the turbo on top of it, really looks amazing. To get parts for this car is a nightmare, and to have put in this car together, because this car was previously smashed. That's why the owner wanted to take the risk onto trying to make this car or beautify this car or customize this car, because there were damages. So it wasn't trying to store this car back to originality. It was to try and shift that goalpost and build a car that was super amazing. And guys, I'd love to hear your comments, because remember, this is one of the first cars at Glossworx. This is one of those cars that came in the beginning of Glossworx. This was the one that tested us. This is the one that made us shift our goalpost. And today, as a company, as Glossworx, we've come to that point where we're confident to say that, listen, these challenges is what made us, and we're proud to say that this is one of the first cars. And we also would love to hear your opinion on what you think this car actually and where it actually fits in the Glossworx ranges of cars. A nice part of this car, and thank you to Abdul from Gazina, is the seats that he's done on this car. And I think it looks amazing because it's the standard seats. And being the standard seats, it still has that classical diamond cut on the seats itself. So that diamond pattern spells classic. It looks amazing. The color choices on the seat itself with the M logo sitting there really looks amazing. And I think it actually makes, or it brings up the interior of this car. And then going into the center console with that fine stitch that runs through the dashboard with still a color on it. I think that's gorgeous. So we've put some of the color onto the dashboard, and Abdul's done the seats and the upholstery in the sky, and I really think he's done a phenomenal job, because it really looks amazing. And then also, as we go through here, you can see that we still have the Alcantara running into the sound system. And the sound system is really amazing. It's got 210s from Rockford in it, and it's customized in the boot. So there's no really a back section to this car. And I think when you start to look from the driver's cockpit to the back of the car, it looks amazing, because you have that sporty feel with the roll cage, and then you have that sound integration in the back. And that just looks amazing, and it also sounds amazing. So it's very show car feel, and it's not just racy, it also has a class to it besides the racy feel. And with the B-rolls, you're going to see what I'm trying to explain to you guys, because there's just so much to see. As I'm going through here, I'm seeing the clocks, I'm seeing the stitches on the Alcantara, I'm looking at the radio system integrated into the center console. I'm going to the back, and there's just so much to describe here, but I think it would be better put into context when you guys start seeing the B-rolls of the interior of this car. And that for me looks amazing. And like I say, this is the first car, one of the first cars that Glossworx has done, and I think we've done a good job. And where we progressed to, that's an amazing journey that this guy has taken us to. So guys, thanks for watching our video. Please click on that like and subscribe button. We've now come to a point where we've been growing this channel now, I think, for over 6 months. We're almost reaching the target of 10,000 people. And we'd like you guys to please subscribe to our channel. We have so much to show you guys. The consistency is building up, and we're now truly showing you most of the work that we have here at Glossworx, and we want to show you guys so much more. So please take the time not just to watch the video, but to subscribe. Thank you, and we see you again.
Come on, come on. Come on.